Hello and welcome back to another video feature, the Immersive Worlds Handbook. I'm back in Berlin at Café Sibylle, a very historic cafe in the former east of the city. And as you can see from the images here, walking along Karl Marx Allee, formerly Stalin Allee, this is an area of intense and rich history. And on one day during my visit to Berlin, I had the opportunity to tour the entire street and to really take in these historic images, to look at the placards. And as I show you some of the images from the past, you could see that one of the significant things about this part of Berlin is the intensity of the history that's built up here. And so in the feature today, I want to focus on this idea of consuming the past, playing on the double entendre of the idea of how we take in the past. And as you'll see here shortly, at Café Sibylle, the consumption of the past also includes the fact that one can enjoy this part of Berlin and East German history while having a plate of eggs, a cup of coffee, or perhaps a pastry. And as you'll see shortly as we tour the restaurant, one of the things that this cafe has that most other theme spaces that attempt to portray the past does not is being embedded in this historic area. And one of the things that is so powerful about this restaurant and cafe is the fact that as you're touring it, you have this sense that you're not only in a restaurant, but you're also in a museum. And as I enjoyed my breakfast during my visit to Café Sibylle, I was fascinated with the fact that so many people were here not just for the food, but also to wander through the space. And the museal space is just behind the main tables and eating area. And many people were taking in the sights and enjoying this historical record of this part of Berlin and the former Cold War. And to me, as I mentioned earlier, the embeddedness of this cafe within the local history gives it this incredible essence of chronological history that many designers in theme spaces only dream of recreating. And as we wander through more of the restaurant, we're reminded here in this image of Stalin of the amazing historic import that is found in this restaurant. In fact, the museum's, or if I would say restaurant's, main attraction is presented here, which is two pieces from the former Stalin statue that just lined the area on Stalin Allee, very near to Café Sibylle. So as we reflect on the history of this important cafe within Berlin, let's just take in some of the images that I offer here without analysis. So I hope you've enjoyed this opportunity to look at this important historical site in a very significant area of Berlin. And I hope we'll have other opportunities to focus on the constructions of history and the many ways in which themed and immersive spaces, whether tied to chronological history like this particular space, how these spaces develop a sense of essence about the past and how we ultimately play a part in understanding and consuming that past.